If you're tired of treating SIBO over and over again, only to have bloating, pain, constipation, or diarrhea come right back, this video is going to change everything for you. Because the truth is, SIBO isn't just about bacteria, it's about dysfunction. And if you don't fix that dysfunction, you will stay stuck in a cycle of relapse forever. So today I'm going to show you why SIBO happens, why it comes back, and the steps you can take when you want to actually get long-term relief that lasts. And I'm not holding anything back. This is a real root cause strategy functional medicine doctors use to actually fix SIBO, not just suppress it. Hi, I'm Dr. B. I help people reset their gut so they can actually feel good in their body again. And here's what I've learned after years of treating SIBO and stubborn gut issues. Your symptoms are not random. They're signals that your digestion, your motility, and gut defenses are overwhelmed. And when we address the root causes, not just the bacteria, your energy will come back, your bloating will calm down, and your gut finally starts working like it should. So if this content sounds helpful, make sure you like the video and subscribe. Let's get into it. Let's talk about what SIBO really looks like. When people think about SIBO, they think bacterial overgrowth. When I think about SIBO, I think breakdown of digestive function. Yes, SIBO is an overgrowth of bacteria in the small intestine, but the symptoms are way bigger than that. And this is what SIBO patients really look like. They have bloating, especially in the upper belly, abdominal pain or aching that's vague and hard to explain. They have fullness after even small meals. We see burping, gas, constipation, diarrhea, or swinging between these two. Patients often report they have fatigue and brain fog, nausea. I've seen unintentional weight loss, definitely floating stools or fat in their stools, nutritional deficiencies, low protein markers, and that feeling of inflammation after eating. And these symptoms don't just show up because bacteria are bad. They show up because your digestive system loses that ability to keep bacteria where they belong. And here's the important part. This problem is almost never solved by antimicrobials alone. Let's talk about why SIBO treatments fail and why it often comes back. Now, this is a big secret in the SIBO world, the part that most people don't know. Nearly half of patients relapse within 9 months of treatment. And to be honest, in real life, it's way sooner. I had a GI doctor tell me that patients don't relapse in 9 months. They relapse in 4 weeks. And why? Because the core of SIBO is functional breakdown, not just microbes. Antibiotics and antimicrobials can lower bacterial load. That part works, but the bacteria grow back immediately when the environment still allows for the overgrowth. And this is why people fail on antibiotics. This is why people fail on herbal products. This is why SIBO comes back again, and again. And the research is clear. Long-term relief only happens when you correct the underlying dysfunction, not just the overgrowth. This is the entire point of today's video. SIBO isn't just about overgrowth, it's a system failure. And there's really 2 types of SIBO. Type 1 is colonic. This type of SIBO is when bacteria move from the large intestine into the small intestine. The other one is an aerodigestive SIBO. This is when mouth, throat, sinus, or upper GI bacteria move down into the small intestine. So SIBO doesn't just happen, it happens because normal digestive defenses fail. There are 4 defenses you must have to prevent SIBO. Number 1, acid. Hydrochloric acid kills bacteria. If you have low stomach acid, that bacteria is going to survive the stomach and move into the small intestine. And this happens with aging, stress, PPI use, H. pylori, and nutritional deficiencies. Defense 2 is bile. Bile acids break down fat and kill microbes. Bile is antimicrobial. But in dysbiosis, bile becomes deconjugated and turns into an irritant instead of a defense tool. Defense number 3 is enzymes. Pancreatic enzymes neutralize acid and prevent overgrowth. If the pancreas isn't triggered properly, enzymes are not being released, and enzymes need the right pH to work. And low acid ruins that entire sequence. Defense number 4 is motility, the migrating motor complex. This is that cleansing wave, and it only activates during fasting. So if you're grazing all day, snacking constantly, a late eater, or eating under stress, or if you have vagal nerve dysfunction, your motility shuts down and SIBO thrives. So what actually causes SIBO? This is the root causes. Let's slow this down so you can really see it. Here's what actually leads to SIBO: low stomach acid, poor bile flow, weak pancreatic enzyme release, slow motility, vagus nerve dysfunction, constipation, stress, antibiotics, diabetes, autoimmune diseases, chronic inflammation, and weight loss surgeries if there's any sort of anatomical change. And also we see this with valve dysfunction, so either pyloric or ileocecal. And mucosal immune dysfunction, such as low secretory IgA. Every single one of these removes a layer of defense and bacteria takes over. This is why treating overgrowth is never enough. You have to fix the system that allows the overgrowth in the first place. So this is a 3-phase SIBO protocol that actually works. Here's the part you've been waiting for, the practical strategy. This is the approach that actually works long term. In phase 1, you're going to reduce the overgrowth. This is antimicrobials, antibiotics. You can use both, they both work. But botanicals have a benefit of multiple mechanisms of action. They hit bacteria from many angles, not just one. This phase usually lasts about 4 to 6 weeks, but here's the important part. This phase alone never fixes SIBO. Most people stop here though. That's why they relapse. So let's talk about the phase that everyone misses. Phase 2 is to restore digestion. This is where the magic happens. After the antimicrobials are done, you must restore hydrochloric acid to reestablish that first line defense. You have to get bile flow to break down fats and kill bacteria. Pancreatic enzymes are needed to fully digest food and prevent overgrowth from returning. And you have to have motility support to reestablish that cleansing wave, that migrating motor complex. Without phase 2, SIBO always returns. Phase 3 is about repairing the gut lining and the immune layer. This prevents relapse, so you must support secretory IgA, the mucosal lining. Vitamin A is really important, and you have to assess for micronutrient deficiencies. I'm always checking B12, B1, vitamin D, minerals. This step is so important because it stabilizes the gut so bacteria can't overgrow. So what about probiotics? Well, here's the truth. Probiotics are not first line for SIBO and can make symptoms worse for some patients. The only safe, effective early phase probiotic is Saccharomyces boulardii. It doesn't colonize, it doesn't cause gas, it leaves the gut within 3 to 5 days. Later in protocols, we bring in things like Lactobacillus plantarum. This can be helpful, but you must get through phase 1 and phase 2 first. Let's talk about diet because this is the most misunderstood part. And here's the truth about diet. How you eat matters more than what you eat. The most important rule is to stop grazing when you have SIBO. Your gut needs 90 to 120 minutes between meals to activate the migrating motor complex that sweeps the bacteria out of the small intestines. A low FODMAP diet can be used for short term. It's definitely not a cure because it reduces and starves out the bacteria. but it's not for long-term use. Now, what actually matters is that you're eating in a relaxed state, that you have meal spacing, you're not snacking all day, you support motility, you support digestion. So the real goal with SIBO is to prevent the relapse loop. We don't want to treat SIBO over and over again. We want to treat it once. We want to stabilize the gut. And this happens when you fix the acid, when you fix the enzymes, bile, motility, mucosal immunity, and nutritional deficiencies. And most people don't relapse when you do this right. This is the power of root cause functional medicine. If you've been stuck treating SIBO over and over again with no relief, it's not your fault. Most treatment plans only focus on killing bacteria instead of fixing the system that keeps the bacteria in balance. When you correct low stomach acid, improve bile flow, support enzymes, and restore motility and rebuild the gut lining, you don't just treat SIBO, you fix the dysfunction that allowed it to take over in the first place. And if you want help walking through this step by step, this is what we do every single day at Modern Functional Medicine. We've helped hundreds of people get real relief from SIBO by targeting the root cause, and we can help you too. And if you suspect that H. pylori might be part of the picture, watch the video linked in the description, because H. pylori is one of the most common root causes of SIBO. And if you don't address that, you're gonna get stuck. So this video gives you a deeper dive so you know exactly what to look for. And if you found this helpful, hit that like and subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you don't miss the next video. I'm here to help you reset your gut so you can thrive. I'll see you in the next video.